Have you ever wanted to make a button responsive in JavaScript? Well, this video will go over the basics of events in JavaScript. So first, let's make a little button. And let's give it ID, or no, we don't even need to do that. We can just do on click, and then click function. And hold up. Okay, so let's go into the JavaScript. That's from last video, so I'll just delete that. Yeah. Then in the JavaScript itself, let's make a function called click function. And let's add a alert to say clicked. So boom. We made a simple responsive button in JavaScript. So let's make a simple clicker game. So ID equals, or no, let's make a header so it's easy to see. Then let's make ID of points. And in the JavaScript, let's do points elements equals to get element by ID. So this just does what it says. It finds an element in the HTML with the ID of points. And then we can do points.inner text, so just the 0 equals, let's make a score variable, let score equals 0 score, and then before that we can do score plus plus, which adds 1 to the score. You can also write it like this, or no, like this, or like this. I'll keep it like this for simplicity. And then I'll remove this alert. So we have this little clicking app, which is pretty cool. And you can add upgrades and make a little cookie clicker clone if you wanted to. Now let's say you wanted to do another event, not just a click. Let's add a on hover event to this points element. So points element add event listener. This function just listens for some type of event in the document, like a click, a hover, whatever. Let's do a hover, and then it takes a function as the second argument. And let's say it changes to red. Hold on. Okay, it's not on hover, but it's mouse over. So now it changes to this red color. And let's say let's find another, I guess, event. So hold up. Okay, so if we wanted it to change back to black, we could do this dot add events listener out function let's style color is black. So what these two events listen for is this one listens for when you're hovering over the element, Then this one listens for when you leave the element. So then when you're hovering over it, you get red. When you leave, you get black. And you get this, it's like selecting the item. Let's make it blue. So now it looks like you're really selecting. So, you know, there's a lot of other events you can use this add event listener to function. Or you can either do it like this, or you can just write the event you want to be executed on inside of the HTML directly. So you can do on click, or if you wanted to, you could do on mouse over. Really depends on what style you want. I think this one is easier for beginners to understand, but it doesn't matter. They do the same thing in practice. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of events you can do. You can do an event for when the screen enters full screen. When you print something, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, this is just the basics. And this is just a little basic program I wrote. So yeah. Sub if you want, like if you want.